Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Latinx Hip Hop YouTube channel. This is the very first time I try something out like this. If you've ever listened to any podcasts that I've ever been a part of, there's been multiple times that I mentioned how I want to grow the YouTube. So I thought about making a quick little video and just talk about a couple things. So, just gonna run it. I got a laptop here in front of me, so if you see me looking down a couple times, it's because I'm just reading my notes. So I want to acknowledge an artist, IamLopez. If you're not too familiar with her, probably one of the dopest female artists out here in Houston. And if you don't know, I am located in the Houston area, so I will be talking about artists mainly in the area, but I obviously want to expand and get to know more artists out there. So anyways, the main reason why I'm bringing up IamLopez is she's been on a roll. She's got 3 singles, I believe, in the past 3 months. And I know she started with Angelo, and then Move, and then Deadly. Honestly, I think they're great singles. Me personally, I think Deadly has been my favorite one. But Move is my favorite video. Anyways, I just want to give a quick shout out on that. Go check those songs out. And then since we're talking about Deadly, that one has a feature from Tillo. And if you're not familiar with Tillo, he's actually a big name here in the city of Houston. And consistently, the man's been everywhere. He's at shows. I'm starting to see him in a lot more features, and he just did a feature with AYGFOE for the song Industry, and he's got Slide 1, Slide Part 2, and I hear that there's a third one, and then just my all-time favorite song that he's got out right now, which he released in January, I believe, Wild. And just check them out. Some artists to check out. And since we're on the topic of Tillo, and we know you already know where I'm going with this. So everybody's talking about DeeBaby and Tillo and the whole problem going on there. And normally with things I like to be neutral. I don't like to get involved, and there's some things that I do disagree that artists do. And if I really don't disagree with something, then I really won't rock with them, because they just screw themselves up unless they can justify themselves, or if they could fix the problem. So for those who don't know, I know there was a situation where Tillo and JR got DeeBaby in a music video. Well, they got a song. He didn't make it to the music video, and I guess they were letting it slide. Cool, whatever, it is what it is. I don't know too much behind that. And recently it was announced that DeeBaby gave Tillo a recycled verse. So I know I saw on Instagram that Tillo had tagged, I believe, the engineer or the producer, and he tagged DeeBaby. So I don't know who's really at fault here. I don't know if it's the producer engineer who's really at fault, or it's DeeBaby at fault. But DeeBaby had a couple things to say on Twitter, which it kind of seemed like, if you go through his Twitter feed, at first, he kind of seemed like he was playing victim. And as far as, Hispanic artists here in Houston just hating on him. And I don't think he specified why they were hating on him. But at the end of his rant, it seemed like, screw you, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be, the hardest Hispanic artist out of Houston, and that's it. So I don't know. He I guess he just doesn't care, and it is what it is. And you know, from this situation that people are seeing, it's just something to learn from it, as far as bad business. And you know who to do. You eventually down the road, who to do business with and who not to do business with. And it's however you want to do it. So, anyways, but enough of that about that. I know everybody and their mom is talking about that here in Houston. I do want to talk about Carlos Slim's project he just released, called The Color of Money. Dope project if you haven't checked it out. It's 6 tracks. For me personally, there's 3 on there that I constantly listen to, which is There's Something in the Water, As the World Turns, and Polo P. Those are the 3 tracks that I highly recommend. That I personally like, and I recommend the whole project, but those are the ones that I personally have been putting on repeat. And then just talking about Carlos Slim. If you don't know, he did have a listening party the weekend before he released the project, and it was a pretty dope event. It was No Sleep Productions that put it together. A lot of the underground scene, artists were there, and it was really dope. You had Papo, you had KP, you had Spaceman Apollo, AB Raps, Chop the Father, man, who else? Corey, Dope Aesthetic, Tillo was there. I know Rolly was there from Road Dogs. He showed up there late. But yeah, it was a good little turnout. You had 2 openers. You had KP and Papo, and Slim went ahead and performed some of his songs off the project, and it was cool. It was a dope little event, a dope little spot. I think it was called the White Owl Brewery. On the topic of shows and events, back on the same artist again, Tillo. He's headlining his own show at White Oak Music Hall. I believe it's July 8th. I hope I got the date right. I know the tickets are $10. You can get them online. I think that he's got 3 openers. I know it's Papo, KP, and Spaceman Apollo. I believe that's it. I don't think there's anybody else, but that's gonna be a dope event here in the city of Houston. So hopefully you don't make no plans and you go out there and show some love to some of these underground artists, and check it out. It's gonna be live. It's nice. I mean, this is gonna be my 3rd time there. The first time I was there was with the Crash Landing show, and then the second time was Chop the Father and Chicano Vega. Both dope events. And pretty soon, I know Mr. Never Die is about to drop his project. I think it was going to be called Mr. Never Die. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be dropping the interview I had with Mr. Never Die, and we kind of sit down and just talk about the project. Had a chance to sit down with Manic. He's the producer and engineer, a part of the project. So kind of got to talk to him for a little bit. I really didn't know any of him much, but sat down, chatted just a little bit, just so you guys can get to know him, and get to know what the other projects he's done. He's worked with legends that, man, you just don't know. Well, if you don't even know who Manic is, you'll get to know Manic a little bit there. Like I said, I just wanted to do this video real quick and just kind of be on here and talk a little bit. And if this is something that you like, you think it was cool, just to talk about some things going on and acknowledge some artists, Just let me know. Leave a comment. Obviously, leave a like and hit that subscribe button as always, like what they all say. And yeah, that's really it. Me and David from Them Damn Mexicans getting ready to drop the May playlist. It should be out by the time this video is out. If not, at least the next couple of days. And I'm gonna leave all the info down in the description and stuff. And for those who don't know, I haven't made an announcement yet, but if you go to the latinxhiphop.com website, you can now purchase your own shirt. For those that have always been asking, you can now purchase it there on the website. And I'll leave a link at the bottom as well, so you can go directly. So I appreciate you for whoever's watching. Like I said, leave a comment. Let me know if I should talk about something. Maybe review a project. Maybe, just talk about some things. Any kind of topics, mainly related around music. And maybe I'll give my 2 cents, or I don't know. Just see what it feels like. See if I'm, I guess, motivated to do another video like this. And more interviews definitely on the way, for sure, through Zoom. I definitely want to start talking to artists outside of Texas, outside of Houston, just all over the states. And obviously those who are here in Houston, I would prefer to sit down with you. And if I can't sit down with you, then it is what it is. We'll do it, we'll do it through Zoom too. And that's it, man. Appreciate it. Later.